नमस्ते, मैं हूं पायल रोहातगी। आज मैं आपके साथ इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर करने वाली हूं कि 9 नॉन बीजेपी रूल्ड स्टेट्स अपोज सेंटर्स न्यू IAS रूल्स फॉर ट्रांसफर. The reminder will soon be sent to the states and the union territories which have yet not responded to the proposal of making changes in the relevant service rules, they said. क्विंट ने कहा है, इन इफेक्ट बाय दिस सिंगल अमेंडमेंट द नेचर ऑफ ऑल इंडिया सर्विसेज AIS would be altered, making them in a sense central services. The present deputation rules are themselves heavily loaded in favor of the union, and bringing in further stringency will weaken the very root of cooperative federalism. ऐसा केरला के CM ने कहा है. The proposal once approved will give the union government overriding powers to transfer IAS and IPS officers through central deputation, doing away with the requirement of taking the approval of the state government. ऐसा ममता बनर्जी ने कहा है. West Bengal CM Mamata Banerjee wrote to PM Modi for the second time in a week, expressing her strong reservations to the centre's proposal to amend IAS rules 1954. उन्होंने कहा है it's going to be more draconian. राजस्थान के सीएम अशोक गहलोत एंड छत्तीसगढ़ के सीएम भूपेश बघेल wrote to PM Modi on January 21st, urging him to scrap the centre's proposal to amend the IAS rules. ममता बनर्जी का स्पेसिफिक जवाब ये है, rules are more draconian. I find the revised amendment proposal more draconian than the former, and indeed its very grain is against the foundation of our great federal policy and the basic structure of India's constitutional scheme. The moot point of the further revised draft amendment proposal is that an officer whom the central government may choose to take out of the state to any part of the country without taking his or her consent and without the agreement of the state government under whom he or she is serving may now stand released from his or her current assignment forthwith. Congress leader and former Home Minister Ramesh Chennithala said that the proposed amendment to the IAS category rules disrupt effective governance and create an avoidable legal and administrative dispute. Moreover, the centre could weaponize the bureaucracy against an elected state government, The Hindu reported. इसके ऊपर मैं सिर्फ इतना ही कहना चाहती हूँ. मैं ज्यादातर गुजरात और महाराष्ट्र में रहती हूँ. I see corruption. State governments also indulge in corruption. एंड अगर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट करप्शन में इन्वॉल्व है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के पॉलिटिशियंस करप्शन में इन्वॉल्व है, देन सेंटर हैज टू इंटरवीन. एंड आई बिलीव इन टुडेज टाइम यू हैव RTI, राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन. अगर कोई भी करप्शन आप देख रहे हैं गलत हो रही है, यू हैव अ राइट टू फाइंड आउट अबाउट इट एंड राइट इट टू द PMO. आई बिलीव दैट सेंट्रलाइजेशन इज ओके provided the center does not use it against an elected state government in a biased manner. I would not want any rules to be used in a biased manner, but yes, the center should have power, I feel, to take over state government's corruption if there is corruption in a particular government, in a particular state, even though the state or the government may belong to BJP ruled party. I believe the center needs to do that because the center needs to do what is correct for the country. States do what is correct for the state, but the center does what is correct for the country, and if the center feels that this rule is correct for the country, it should execute it. Whatever doubts the opposition parties have or the 9 non-BJP ruled state have, those points should be discussed and debated and argued, and a proper amicable solution has to come out on this IAS rules takeover by the center, because I believe that whatever has to happen for the benefit of the country has to be done. यहाँ पर states के अंदर बहुत करप्शन होता है और ये करप्शन के बारे में सेंटर को नहीं पता होता, बिकॉज सेंटर इज नॉट पोकिंग इट्स नोज इन द निटी-ग्रिटी मैटर्स ऑफ द स्टेट, बट द स्टेट corruption needs to stop at all levels in various states of India, whether they are BJP ruled or non-BJP ruled. So I don't know how these rules are going to affect the functionality of the state governments, how these rules are going to bring more transparency in the working ethics of the state governments and the center government. But I believe if it is going to help the country, then it needs to be discussed, argued and debated, and an amicable solution has to be met with. Namaste, Jai Hind.